What's up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. So in last episode we arrived back here in Harbour. We've got 4 orders to drop off before we move on to City South. I'm really excited to get started with this one. Please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Right then, guys, so we know exactly what we're doing here. We've got 4 drop-offs. We're starting off with a drop into C1S, which is the very rear of the train. So let's just engage everything as required right now. We'll just get the brakes off and get a little bit of power on. No parking brake on, thankfully. I'm just going to switch as well to the remote, just because I want to jump out and go to the very back, if I can manage it. There we go. Let's head down here. So yeah, we've got a bunch of cars ready to drop off here, and as you can see, it's quite a lengthy train. We've got 4 orders, but yeah, these rear ones, these empties, are going to go into C. We already set up everything at the end of the last episode, just to enable us to actually get in here pretty easily. So I'm just going to get plenty of power on here. We can see our locos up there, doing all the push work as we are using the remote here, just to ensure we get into where we want to go. So yeah, we're going into C1. It looks like it's completely free, and as it should be with this rear section, is actually quite long in itself. If we actually look at the order, you'll see there it's what's that, 6 add 6 add 3, so yeah, 15 cars in total for the rear part there. And yeah, we set all this up. Actually recorded that last episode this afternoon, so yeah, I was having a nice coffee and now I'm having a nice ice cold beer, which is absolutely going down a treat. So hopefully this goes well still. Really enjoying getting back into these episodes. I said before the last episode I did a bit of streaming, and that was a great deal of fun as well. So there's one set of jobs there included in the streaming session which lasted about 3.5 hours, and that was a great deal of fun, and can't wait to do it again. Hopefully sometime soon. It's just a matter of time, really. The streaming sessions, I think I've got to plan in for maybe, like, you know, at least a minimum of 2 hours, if not 3 plus. And yeah, just really make the most of that and have a good time. So yeah, we're going to get that sorted. Going to get these cars in here to start off with. And there we go, that rear job is in now, so put that parking brake on. We'll go here. I've just had a thought. My plan might not be great here. How far back can we go? I wanted the whole train in here, didn't I? And it's not going to fit. Yeah, my initial plan that I talked about in the last episode is not going to come about. I wanted to push the entire train in here. That's what, you know, I wasn't thinking that clearly, even though I'd had a nice coffee. Where are we going next? So we're going into E9. Right, yeah, I was wrong about that as well. We're going into E9I next, which is exactly where we were, actually. This might work out alright, though. I've got an idea of what we can do here. So what we'll do is get things moving forward as we are approaching night time. We are into the evening here. Right, we'll get those moving forward, and while we're doing that, we'll go and validate this order and just see how we get on there. Hoping we hit time bonuses. I can't see a reason why we wouldn't have there. Let's pop this in the machine. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, something's not right. Handbrake must be applied. I thought I had, but maybe I took it off. Yeah, I think I took that off there. Oh well. I think I applied it and then took it off again, and then I've just applied it again. Let's quickly do this before those cars run away. Do I still have my order? Oh, please don't tell me I dropped it in there, because it's disappeared. Oh. It's given us... Oh, you know, I've done that before as well. I put it in the bin. We've lost that money there, unfortunately. Wow, this isn't going well, is it? Oh, dear. Right. We're going into E9I. Let's get paid off this one at least. That was the smallest value. You know. And when I've reprinted those now, they're no longer in my inventory. So, thankfully I didn't put those in the bin as well, else we would be out of pocket all round. Wow, this is remarkable. But anyway, it's not the first time that's happened, believe it or not. Right, so despite the little bit of confusion with where orders are going, 9.6 is going into E here, and I think that was 5 cars. Just double check that. 9.6. Hold on, this is longer than what I thought. There we go. Right, let's get the parking brake on the right way this time. Right, so I'm going to have to go forward here, but I can actually go forward into G yard if I play it right. And hopefully don't invalidate my orders by leaving the station too much. But yeah, we can actually go forward and reverse into G yard still. But that's going to be the cars immediately behind the locos, so we're going to have to get these guys out somehow. But all of this is manageable. Right, let's go and validate that order at least and get paid for that one that we've just dropped off. Hold on a minute, I tossed those on the floor, where are they? Right, that's G, which is going to be next. D will be last. And E, that one, is now dropped. So let's get paid for that at least. It's not like we really need the money anyway. At this stage, it's amusing. An amusement more than anything else. Right, where's our train? Here it is. Okay, let's get a bit more power on. So it's these rearmost cars here that we want to be getting as far forward as possible. And of course, because our locos are at that end, there's no way of getting these into D without putting those first into G. So we'll see if we can do that now. So in order to do that, we're going to utilise this piece of track here to take us around to G. Actually, we've got no worries about invalidating these orders because the basis of it is that we're already on the move. It's not like we're taking the jobs out of the station without them being validated. They're already valid. And there's the infamous track taking you up to where you would acquire the slug from. Right, we are pushing back and we're going to be putting these cars into G5I. So let's just take a look at G yard. So we're actually coming in from the other end this time now. So I think what we'll do is we'll put the D cars on here. So how many do we have? 4. It's not too bad. So we'll put the 4 cars on here. Disconnect those because we're stood on one of them now. Put those into there, and then we'll put the G cars into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So they're all whatever that is, steel pipes. steel rails, sorry. And then these are a mixture, isn't it? Right, we're approaching already here. Okay. Oh! Right, hang on. Yeah, it would be great to have kicked those down there a little bit, but anyway. We'll just do it the more physical way of actually applying a bit of brakes here. Yeah, we could have dumped those cars. So one way of getting them to stay in place is just to release the brake pressure there. And we are going into 5, I believe, if I remember rightly, G5I, which is, if we actually see here, we'll see we're throwing this switch, and then 5 is the next one along. So it's actually 3, which is really quite useful to us, really. I'm just going to give her a load of power here. Hope that this isn't a problem. Absolutely loads of space. Alright, that should be correct. Yes, okay, spot on. Right, let's crack on. And yeah, we're almost done with this. So despite that first little hitch of tossing the order in the bin, we're actually doing alright here. Actually, we do have a slight problem here. 2 seconds. Let's just see if we can quickly sort this out. Oh yeah, we've got a free lane. I want to go at the other end. The reason for that is because we're going to be at the wrong end of these cars to put them into D in a clear fashion if there's other cars in the lane that we're going into. So much fun accelerating with these locos when you don't have any weight on the back. It's fantastic. All right. Right, so while we're pulling these back, let's go and get paid for that further drop-off that we've just done. Thankfully, the station house is station office. Wow, is literally directly in front of us. I don't know how many times I'm going to continue to call it the station house. What's the problem? Ah, yes, of course. We haven't dropped that one yet. There we go. We didn't get a time bonus. That's unfortunate. I'm not even going to look at the time. Feel insulted by that. No, I'm just joking. Let's have a quick look. So, yeah, 39 minutes. Right, this is our last one. Here comes our train. We're going in there to finish off this set of jobs. In a unique order of locos, we've got the slug first. And we already set up our switches, so everything's good to go here. Just going to switch this ready to disconnect. Oh, we're at the other end now, of course. Right, just a reminder for where we're going, D4I, which does have some cars in it, but we've only got 4 here, so... Actually, no. Straight ahead here. So when we use the uncouple thing here, it does actually apply the parking brake as well. I think I say that quite a lot, but it certainly helps. That should be it. No, it wasn't. I think I might have disconnected up there. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. I mean, these things happen. So when you're coupling and uncoupling using the remote, the uncouple option can be a little bit confusing. So what it's looking at there, it's actually I should have gone with +1 because it's the car which is directly in front of the DH4. I forget obviously that we had the D6 and the slug at the other end of the locos, of the set of locos. So let's pop this one in and hopefully it'll be alright. But not quite. What's wrong? Cars need to be coupled. Well, it's made me out to be a liar. They do need to be coupled, so let's do that. Right, this is going to be pretty easy though, because we're just going to push them. So And then we're going to uncouple at point +1. That's done. And that'll be us good. So let's give it a go. And there we go. Accepted. So 43 minutes. We should have done it in 33. But there we go. All nicely done. Pop that in there. Let's see if we got any fees. No fees outstanding. So that means there was no damage to anything. Right. We are now heading back to City South. Is there a job that we can take with us? That's our unload for what we just brought in. Oil refinery, food factory, steel mill, more steel mill, farm. Yeah, all places we've been now. Goods factory, food factory again, harbour, oil well central, sawmill, our beloved place, harbour, City South, there we go. Harbour, food factory and steel mill. So just the one. It's a mixture of stuff actually. See if we can find where it is. Because it had some cars in there, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find. But it's not over here. Doubt it's there. Let's have a look over here. So it's only one car of cars. There it is. And there they are. So yeah, let's just have a look a second. So we're currently only on 23 minutes for this video, so we've got time to do this, I would say. So what we'll do is we'll pull these babies out. Find my locos. And there they go, zooming along. Quite nicely, actually. But obviously, this is entirely why we put the headlights on the roof. Turn everything to max. For the nighttime roll. Wow, we're having a great time of it, aren't we? Alright, so we'll just go forward here and just see which lane we want to be in when we get there. I think it's that one, is it? Can't quite tell from here. So the next one's along. Can't quite see. I don't really want to jump down. I'm having a nice position here. Yeah, I think it's those ones, isn't it? Right, let's just have a quick check. So yeah, and this is order 84. It's exactly what we've got. So, whoops it is. Let's go and validate this order while we're pulling these babies this way. Right, so there we go. We're getting her from E10I, and we're taking her to B3I in City South. Right, so let's do that. We are going back to City South, and this is going to be, yeah, well, what I would expect to be, probably won't be, because of the way these things happen, but one of our final episodes, because we are heading back to City South to restore the 282. Let's just have a look at our switches and see how we're doing coming out of here to start off with. So I think this switch will need switching, yeah. And then obviously we're heading out that way, which is correct. And then on the route map, this switch needs to be switched to the left to take us down this way. Now coming into City South, we want to be in B3I, which we look on here. So we'll be coming in this way, wanting to go up that way to B, which is already set. And 3I is this one here. Our DE2 is somewhere around here as well. Oops, it is. Here we are. We are flying. It's a 30 mile an hour, sorry, 30 kilometre per hour speed limit here. Caning it around there. But yeah, we're going to hit a 40 limit going up this hill, but it shouldn't be a problem. We've got a very light load here. How much weight are we hauling? Yeah, 187 tonnes, so next to nothing, which is what I expected. Let's try and get as much out of it as possible here, going up here. To be honest with you, no point in having our DH4 switched on here. .40 limit on the switch. Just save a bit of fuel. Those headlights are very bright though, I will say that much. And there's harbour. We're already well and truly out of there. It's beautiful that you can see it at a distance though. It's really something special. Low battery on this remote though. I wonder whether we can give her a quick charge. 60 limit here. Does the DH4 need to be switched on? I need to be careful here. Let's give her a quick charge up. There we go. Oops. Please don't be derailing now. We're on our way back home. .70 limit here. Into a 50. We are at City South now. The switch is indicating where we are, which is coming in now. Heading off to the right here and then we're going to take a left. What do we have? DH4 here. Our DE2 is absolutely in the way. Oh no, it isn't, is it? We're going into D... Oh, we could have gone straight into B3I. Oh, man, I had those switches set correctly as well. It's alright, we'll reverse in. I think this this ice cold beer has gone directly to my head because we're making mistakes that we don't normally do. Well, not that often anyway. And I've got the thing facing the wrong way. We need to go forward to put this in here. So again, it's the DH4 which is going to be disconnecting these guys. So let's do that. And that's those in. And yeah, if I hadn't have fallen like that, I think we would have seen that everything's disconnected nicely. I'll tell you what I'll do. Stick a parking brake on and let's shut this down. Right, let's go get paid. There we go. Time bonus that time. So yeah, nice bit of cash we've got on hand. Again, no rough fees outstanding. So good missions all together overall. We did pretty well. We're back here with our wonderful locos and ready to take a look at our 282, which I can't even remember what state it's in. I think... Wow, they've moved the signs. So the signs were at the back. So 282 is obviously found and re-railed, towed back home. We ordered the missing parts. We brought the missing parts back here. And we installed the missing parts. And now we've got to repair and refuel. And if I remember rightly, I think all sorts of repair work is required. Yeah, we've got to flash in... lubricator, which means that needs sorting, and we've got the cylinder cocks are blown, so they'll be part of the repair work as well. So it's kind of pointless worrying too much about these things. We might as well just drag her into the repair zone. But yeah, that F4 overview really is the only way of seeing that. So yeah, I think next time we'll be working on the 282. We'll pull her into this area here. Give her the repair. I think it's there. You know, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure when we restored the 060, we brought her here, repaired her, and then, yeah, we pulled her then into the 2 refueling yards. But I don't know whether you need to do those anymore, actually. I think since the latest big overhaul, like, not overhaul, sorry, but the big update, we don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to refuel. I think you get a full fueling when you repair. So I spent a lot of time doing the SO60 video tutorial, and I had to record it a number of times because firstly I recorded it took ages anyway to put it all together and edit it, and then they did an update where you no longer had to fuel up. So I just put this big section in about explaining that. I had to cut all that out, and I just basically re-recorded it again. It took all time, then edited it all together. So yeah, that was fun in itself. So if you want to have a good tutorial on how to start up a steam train, that's the one to go for. But yeah, for now guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd love it if you'd go ahead and do that. And guys, what I would say, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know how you're getting on with this one. If you're playing it, if you've got any tips and tricks, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, guys, please do take care of yourselves. And I'll catch you guys again soon.